the pulse of the nation.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing SuperCab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the SuperCab app today. SuperCab, your ride your way.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
Good evening, viewers. You're watching News at 9 p.m. on Som TV. Your undisputed source for truth, clarity, and the stories that shape our world. This is the pulse of the nation. Follow us on Facebook at Som TV and catch our live stream on YouTube at Som TV Live. Stay informed, stay empowered. Now let's bring you tonight's top headline. INEC declared Abna Shitu winner of Karim Lamido 1 Taraba State by-election. Gombe Assembly holds public hearing on 13th Local Government Council Development Areas Bill. Niger Governor Umaru Bago donates rice and cow to support NYSC Corp members. International news. President Lula of Brazil invites Trump to visit Brazil amid U.S.-Brazil tariff tensions. Business news. Telecom operator Nine Mobile rebrand as T2 with focus on tech-driven services. Entertainment news. Sean Kingston sentenced to 3.5 years in Florida for $1 million wire fraud. Sport news. President Tinubu mourned death of Alhaji Ishaku Ibrahim, founder of Mighty Jet FC. I'm Bridget James, and now the news in full. The Independent National Electoral Commission on Sunday declared Abna Shitu of the All Progressive Congress winner of the Karim Lamido 1 state constituency by-election in Taraba State. Returning officer Mustafa Sahad announced that Shitu polled 5,901 votes to defeat the People's Democratic Party's Ali Kanda, who gained 5,527 votes. The African Democratic Congress recorded 2,069 votes, while the Social Democratic Party secured 106. The election, held on Saturday, followed the resignation of former lawmaker Mike Diogen, who became a commissioner in the Taraba State Executive Council. Video footage obtained by Frontline TV captured scenes from the closely contested poll.
Rick. Thank you. Declaration of results. I, Dr. Mustafa Saad, hereby certify that I am the returning officer for the 2025 Karim Lamido 1 State Constituency by-election held on the 16th day of August 2025. The election was contested. The candidates received the following votes. Badina Garba of ADC received 1774. Badina Garba of AGC received 1774. 1,774. Shitu Abna of APC received 5,895. 5,895. Ajuji Kanda Ali of PDP received 5,488. 5,488. Bubakar Jamilu Dauda of SDP received 149. 149. 149. I haven't satisfied the requirement of the law, is hereby declared winner and returned elected.
The Gombe State House of Assembly has held a one-day public hearing on the bill seeking the creation of 13 local council development areas. The section was chaired by the Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Local Government and Chief Whip of the House, Honorable Musa Baba. Some TV correspondent Kamal Hamajo reports from Gombe.
Declaring the event open, the Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Abubakar Muhammad Mujireo, thanked participants for honoring the invitation. He assured that all inputs, submissions and contributions from individuals and groups will be carefully considered in the legislative process.
And here are we today deliberating on a sensitive and important bill that will help in effective and efficient utilization of our state resources. Let me also call upon you to contribute. Give us your input, your submissions, so that the bill will stand the test of time. And I also want to assure you that the Gombe State House of Assembly, under my watch, we are going to consider all meaningful submissions and integrate it into the bill so that at the end of the passage, the bill will stand firm and will provide a platform for smooth and effective implementation of the local council development areas. Let me once again thank you most sincerely for honoring our invitation.
Introducing the bill, Honorable Musa Uba highlighted its major provisions and further outlined the proposed 13 LCDs.
It is important to emphasize that the bill before us for the creation of local council development areas is anchored on the executive powers within the constitutional framework.
In his remark, the Attorney General and the Commissioner for Justice, Barrister Zubairu Muazu, explained the rationale behind the bill and the state government decision to forward it to the House.
We have to explain each and every aspect that we see is a little bit not very clear, so that members of the public, and perhaps including even honorable members, will have a good appreciation as to the contents of the bill.
Presentations were made by traditional rulers, political leaders, civil society organizations, and non-governmental organizations. Speaking in an interview, some participants commended Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahya describing the initiative as a step that will bring government closer to the people.
Well, this is an indication that all of us, irrespective of what we are in support of this initiative. Because you can see the presentation of people, everybody is in support, except some few suggestions. Now, people will now key in and support, and this development area will be in consultation with the traditional rulers, who are the grassroots security agents. Secondly, there will be economic development, because people will now come up. We have a lot of resources in government, but they are untapped. But with this development, then these resources are going to improve, and so on and so forth. And the economy will improve, healthcare will improve, education will improve.
What I see is that people, have expressed their opinion fearlessly, and that some, have made, certain submission and criticized certain provision of the bill, of which I believe the House of Assembly will take cognizance of those criticisms because they are constructive, and at the end of the day, we will have a workable document, as a law, if at the end of the day it sees the assent by the governor.
I want the Honorable House to please, with the state government, to include more women in the administration, because as women, we are the builder of a community. As women, no any community will ever achieve its aim without a woman's support.
We are also praying that it will not stop just at an LCDA. We are taxing members of our National Assembly to not hesitate, complement the effort of His Excellency Governor Mohammed Ino Yahya speedily by ensuring that they have slotted this particular effort. They will also give it effect so that it will not only remain as an LCDA, but it will become a legally recognized local government.
While some people are criticizing the bill, many welcome it with joy. With the public hearing concluded, attention now shifts to the Gombe State House of Assembly as lawmakers consider the submission and deliberate on the proposed creation of the 13 LCDAs.
The participants who attended the gathering are calling for the State Assembly to hasten passing this bill in order to see the light and enjoy the development they are yearning for. From Gombe State House of Assembly, Kamal Hamajo, Sum TV News.
Residents of Gombe are commending a philanthropist for repairing a dilapidated road pothole at the Old Market Gate. They say the intervention has brought relief to commuters and reduced the frequent accident that used to occur in the area. Kamal Hamajo filed in the report.
Speaking on the development, Ibrahim Abdullahi said the gesture is a sign of true commitment to community growth, adding that not everything should be left for government alone. These are the kind of people we need for society to progress. Not everything should be left to government. Commercial motorcyclist Dang Ashaba, Ahmad Babayo, also shared his excitement. This place has been in a bad condition for a long time until it was repaired. Now, everyone can move around easily. For Abdullahi Lawal, the repair is an example of how individuals can support government without seeking personal recognition. Honestly, if we can get more people like this who support government's effort without seeking any gain, our society will be better. May Allah abundantly reward the person who did this work. Talladi, who sells petroleum at the Gonde Old Market Gate, expressed similar joy. We are very happy because many accidents used to happen here. Now that the road is fixed, we believe Allah will bless the person who did it. Attempts to identify or interview the person behind the project were unsuccessful, as the project supervisor declined to comment or reveal the person's identity. With residents expressing gratitude, many are hopeful that more well-to-do individuals will emulate this gesture by supporting government in tackling other community challenges. From Gombe, Kamal Hamad, Sum TV News.
In a historic display of civic engagement, thousands of youths in Lasandi, Jalingo turned out today to participate in the first ever Lasandi Youth Forum election. The unprecedented turnouts underscores the community's growing commitment to democratic principles, active youth participations, and selecting leaders who can derive development, unity, and empowerment in the area. Some TV correspondent completes the report.
In a remarkable show of civil engagement, the Lasandi community in Jalingo witnessed thousands of youths turning out to participate in the first ever Lasandi Youth Forum election. The event marks a historic moment for the community as young people actively exercised their right to vote for leadership that promises to shape the future of the area. Speaking to reporters, the Secretary of the Election Committee, Mr. Stephen Victor Jika, confirmed that extensive preparations were put in place to guarantee a transparent and credible election process. He emphasized that all security agencies were deployed across polling points to ensure order, safeguard voters, and prevent any disruptions.
The election is going on smoothly. We produce ballot paper for each candidate, and the election is a secret open ballot system where you cast your vote, everybody see, but you tamper in a secret. We have security agents around here, so there is no any problem. The atmosphere is very calm. Everything is moving well. Thank you so much.
A voter, Ms. Josephine, expresses her excitement about the uniqueness of the election in Lasandi and shares her hope that the newly elected leaders will bring tangible development, create opportunities for the youth, and unite the community.
So far, the election is moving well. It's well organized, and then we are hoping for a better leader for our area. And we are hoping that those that we elect and select them, they are going to do a better job in making this area a better place.
After a keenly contested race, Comrade Albert Abo Wakili emerged victorious, defeating his opponents Jonathan and Edie Penyam with 218 votes. In his acceptance speech, he outlined his vision for the Lasandi community, placing a strong emphasis on unity, security, and youth empowerment.
Personally, I believe that unity is very, very important. Job security is very, very important, and security itself. What do I mean by unity? There are so many vibrant, intelligent, young people in Lasandi community, and so many different tribes that come from the vast land of Taraba State to reside in Lasandi community. So I believe we will get to engage young people in so many different forms of activities that will get them to know each other's culture, that will get them to know each other's skills and talents, so that when we bring this together, we will be able to move together and achieve those things that we want to achieve in terms of job security and the security itself.
Observers noted the peaceful conduct of the election, a sign of increasing political awareness and participation among the youth. He highlights his vision for the community, emphasizing unity among the youth, strengthening security, and promoting empowerment programs that would create opportunities and foster growth. Moses Peter, reporting for Some TV.
The All Progressive Congress, APC, has won the Kaduna State House of Assembly by-elections in Zaria, Kewaye, and Basawa constituencies. In Zaria, Kewaye, INEC returning officer Professor Balarabe Abdullahi declared APC's Isa Haruna Ihamo winner with 26,613 votes, ahead of SDP's Nuhu Sada Abdullahi with 5,721 votes, and PDP's Mahmuda Abdullahi Wapa with 5,331. In Basawa, Professor Nasiru Rabiu announced the APC candidate's victory with 10,926 votes against PDP's 5,499. The twin wins consolidate APC's strength in Kaduna, especially in Zaria zone. Early result from the Chikong Kajuri Federal Constituency also indicate APC leading further boosting the party's political dominance. Defense Minister Abubakar Badaru has dismissed reports claiming the All Progressive Congress lost at his polling unit during the Garki Babura federal constituency by-election in Jigawa. In a statement, his media aide, Mathi Ali, described the report as false and an attempt to tarnish the minister's image. He clarified that Badaru voted at the Barbuba Kafar Arewa Primary School with unit number 002. The North unit number 001 has claimed, according to INEC official results, APC secured 188 votes against PDP's, which is 164 at the unit. The minister's office urged the public to disregard misinformation and rely only on certified results released by INEC. The candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Fola Oyekunle, has won the Ibadan North Federal Constituency by-election. The returning officer for the election, Professor Abiodun Oluwadare, declared the results on the election in early hours of Sunday in Ibadan. The Independent National Electoral Commission has declared Mrs. Adesola Ayola Elegbeji of the All Progressive Congress winner of the Remo Federal Constituency by-election in Ogun State. Returning officer Professor Kazim Bello announced early Sunday in Ikene that Ayola Elegbeji secured 41,237 votes, defeating Bola Oluwole of the People's Democratic Party, who polled 14,324 votes, while the African Democratic Congress recorded 289. She won across Shangamu, Ikene, and Remo North local governments. The election was held to fill the seats left vacant by the death of former lawmaker Adewumi Onanuga in January. Ayola Elegbeji thanked voters for their support and pledged to focus on youth empowerment, job creation, and infrastructural development. The Independent National Electoral Commission on Sunday declared Emmanuel Nwachiku of the All Progressive Grand Alliance winner of the Anambra South Senatorial District by-election. Returning officer Professor Frank Ojioko announced in Newi that Nwachiku polled 90,408 votes, defeating the All Progressive Congress candidate, Chief Azuko Ozwosa, who secured 19,847 votes, while the African Democratic Congress candidate, Donald Amagbo, came third with 2,889 votes. The election, contested by 12 parties, followed the death of Senator Ifeanyi Uba in July 2024. Ajeko commended both candidates and voters for the peaceful conduct and large turnout during Saturday's poll. The Independent National Electoral Commission has declared Dr. Joseph Ikpe of the All Progressive Congress winner of the Edo Central Senatorial by-election with 105,129 votes, defeating PDP's Joe Oki, who polled 15,146. The seat became vacant after Senator Monday Okpeyolo was elected governor of Edo State. Okpe pledged to deliver quality representation focusing on infrastructure, youth empowerment, education, healthcare, and traditional institutions. In Ovia Federal Constituency, APC's Barrister Omosedo Obidenu was declared winner with 77,053 votes, ahead of PDP's Johnny Apritayi with 3,838. Dr. Sandra Osemoto with 329 previously served in the House from 2011. The new Nigeria People's Party and the All Progressive Congress have both won seats in the Kano State House of Assembly by-election in Bangwai Shanono constituency. INEC returning officer Professor Hassan Adamu Shitu declared NNPP's Dr. Ali Hassan Kiyawa winner with a 16,198 votes against APC's Ahmed Muhammad Kadamu, who scored 5,347. In Gari Twayawa, Professor Muhammad Waziri announced APC's Garbayaw Kwarmai as winner with 31,472 votes, defeated NNPP's Yusuf Ali Maigado with 27,931. The elections were marred by tension as APC earlier called for conciliation over alleged violence, while NNPP supporters staged a seat in demanding transparency. The Independent National Electoral Commission has declared the Kaura Namada South State constituency by-election in Zamfara State inconclusive. Returning officer Professor Lawal Sado of the Federal University Gusau, he said irregularities were recorded in the 5 polling units in Sakajiki and Yambarawa wards. He explained that the margin between the leading party, APC, and the PDP was smaller than the total number of permanent voters card collected in the affected polling units. According to INEC, fresh election will be conducted in the 5 polling units where results were cancelled, with a new date to be announced later. In a significant security operations during Saturday's by-election in Kano State, the Kano State Police Command apprehended 288 individuals reportedly carrying dangerous weapons across 4 local government areas. The arrests were confirmed by the command's public relations officer, SP Abdullahi Haruna. In a telephone interview with The Punch, the suspects were allegedly mobilized to intimidate voters and disrupt the electoral process. Police sources emphasized that the arrests were part of preemptive security measures to maintain law and order and ensure voters could exercise their franchise without fear. Investigations are ongoing to determine the organizers behind the violence. The People's Democratic Party in Kano State has issued a strong condemnation of the violence that disrupted the ongoing Shanono Bangwai State Assembly by-election on Saturday. In a statement released by the state chairman, Yusuf Ado Kibia, the party described the use of threats of violence as a means to influence voters or manipulate election outcomes. PDP stressed that such action undermined democratic principles and called on security agencies to hold perpetrators accountable. The party urged all political actors to respect the integrity of the electoral process and allow citizens to vote freely and without intimidation. Tension escalated in Kaduna State as the Commissioner for Information, Alhaji Ahmed Mayaki, and the opposition People's Democratic Party publicly clashed over alleged vote buying during the ongoing by-election on Saturday. The elections were conducted across 16 constituencies in 12 states, including Kaduna, and reports of inducements to sway voters' decision, which has sparked controversy. PDP accused ruling party operatives of undermining the fairness of the elections, while the state government called for calm and adherence to the electoral guidelines. Authorities are investigating claims to ensure transparency and restore public confidence in the electoral process across the affected constituencies. Ahead of Saturday's by-election in Ogun State, security officers apprehended several individuals suspected of being Independent National Electoral Commission staff in possession of large sum of money. The arrests were made alongside a politician allegedly intending to use the fund for vote buying. Authorities stated the operations was a preventive measures to protect the credibility of the election. Investigations are ongoing to determine the sources of the cash and any network involved in potential electoral fraud. The move highlights the vigilance of security agencies in ensuring a free, fair and transparent voting process, deterring attempts to manipulate the outcome. Governor Umaru Bago of Niger State has donated 100 bags of rice and 10 cows to the National Youth Service Corps to support the feeding of Corps members currently undergoing orientation in Paiko local government area. The state NYC coordinator, Martina Shuaibu Ibrahim, who received the items on Sunday, commended the governor's commitment to Corps members' welfare. She said the gesture would help them settle and serve effectively in 2024. Bago had donated 600 bags of rice, 20 cows, and approved 200,000 naira each for 1,600 Corps members of Batch B, Stream 1, underscoring his continued support for the scheme. The federal government has unveiled new public-private partnership guidelines through the Infrastructure Cohesion Regulatory Commission to accelerate infrastructure delivery and attract private investments. The framework decentralizes approval powers, allowing ministries to approve projects below 20 billion naira and agencies below 10 billion naira, while the ICRE remains regulator presented by ICRE Director General Jobson Ewalefo. At a stakeholders' engagement in Abuja, the guideline outlines processes for business cases and financial model procurement. And the agreements Ewalefo said the reform aligned with President Bola Tinubu's economic vision, ensuring faster project delivery with strict compliance and accountability. Stakeholders pledge immediate implementation. Akwa Ibom State Governor Umo Eno has cautioned political associates against lobbying for civil service job slots, stressing that recruitment will be strictly merit-based. Speaking at the monthly prayer service in Uyo, Eno said 15,000 applicants had applied, but only 3,000 will be engaged through a computer-based test with instant results to ensure fairness. He urged youths to apply via the portal, adding that many jobs in the state had been secured without connection. The governor also announced that the third phase of food distributions for the vulnerable will begin on August 20th and warn against disruption during the exercise. The Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development has warned the public against falling for the ethics of fraudsters with regards to the 753 housing units seized by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, which were forfeited to the federal government. In a statement on Saturday, the ministry said it had not engaged any individuals or corporate entity to sell the units. The Nigerian Army has announced a major reshuffle in its top command, appointing new leaders across key formations. Major General Chinedu Nebufe takes charge of 2 Division Ibadan, while Major General ASK Wase assumes command of 1 Division Kaduna. In senior staff roles, Major General M.O. Erebelu is named Provost Marshal and Major General A.A. Idris become Chief of Military Intelligence. Other appointments include Major General J.E. Osifo at the Army School of Finance, Major General A.A. Adeyinka as Chief of Logistics, and Major General Adetoba at the Army College of Logistics Management. The changes take effect between August 19th and 25th. 2 top leaders of Jama'atu Ansarul Muslima at an A1 Quidda affiliate in Nigeria have been arrested by the security agents. Those arrested are Mahmoud Muhammad Usman, also known as Abu Bara Abbas or Mukhtar, identified as the self-styled Emir of Ansaru, and his deputy Mahmoud Al-Nigeri, also known as Mal. We're stepping away for a brief break, but stay right here. The big stories, the deep insight, and the voices that matters are still ahead. Only on Sound TV, your window to the truth. Please don't go away.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.
Welcome back. And now let's move straight into what's next. On international news, Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has invited Donald Trump to visit Brazil amidst tension over Washington's newly imposed 50% tariff on Brazilian goods, including grapes. Speaking in video while planting vines, Lula urged Trump to get to know the true Brazil, describing it as a nation of samba, carnivals, and friendship with all countries. The tariffs, among the steepest against any U.S. trade partners, were politically framed by Trump as retaliations over Brazil's persecutions of former President Jair Bolsonaro for an alleged coup attempt. Lula defended Brazil's sovereignty, backed the Supreme Court, and vowed to challenge the levies. Business news. Telecom operators Nine Mobile has rebranded as T2, unveiling a new orange identity and promising technology-driven, customer-focused service. The change theme, Tech Meets Tenacity, it was announced in Lagos on August 8, while management assured improved digital agility. Many subscribers expressed skepticism, stressing that the rebrand must deliver better network coverage, reduced tariff, reliable customer service, and affordable data. Some welcomed the move, but urged T2 to prioritize value over aesthetic. CEO Obafemi Banigbe said the new identity reflects the ambitions to serve Nigerians' youthful population with innovations and digital solutions. Customers insist success will depend on service quality, not branding. The Ogun State government has launched an online investment portal to attract investors and simplify the process of doing business in the state. Governor Ademola Adeleke unveiled the platform on Sunday as part of his administration's reform to boost local and foreign investors. According to Commissioner for Information and Enlightenment, Kolapo Olimi, the portal integrates initiatives such as the Certificate of Occupancy in 45 days program and the Harmonized Bill to cut bureaucracy and improve transparency. It provides sector-specific guides, investment opportunities, and support services, including land acquisition, tax incentive, and permits. The portal is accessible via Invest coutstate.government.ng. On entertainment news, African-Jamaican singer Sean Kingston has been sentenced to 3.5 years in prison in Florida for $1 million wire fraud scheme involving luxury cars, watches, and other goods. The 35-year-old man, convicted in March, was found guilty of using falsified wire receipts to deceive sellers with assistance from his mother, Janice Tono, who received a 5-year jail term in July. Prosecutors said the pair lured seller via social media and provided fake proof of payment. Arrested in May 2024 after a SWAT raid, Kingston apologized before sentencing but was denied home confinement. Turner previously served time for bank fraud. On sport news, President Bola Tinubu has mourned the death of Alhaji Ishaku Ibrahim, an elder statesman, businessman, politician, and founder of Mighty Jet FC, who died on Saturday in Abuja at the age of 88. In a condolence message released by the Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, the president praised Ibrahim's contributions to business, politics, and community development. Ibrahim from Wamba in Nasarawa State was a chieftain of the defunct National Party of Nigeria and later a founding member of the People's Democratic Party. Tinubu extended sympathies to his family, associates, and the people of Nasarawa, praying for his soul to rest in peace. And that's where we wrap up tonight's broadcast. But before we go, a quick recap of our top stories. We brought you a report that INEC has declared Abna Shitu of APC the winner of the Karim Lamido 1 state constituency by-election in Taraba State. We also covered the Gombe State House of Assembly holdings, a public hearing on the bill seeking the creation of 13 local government council development areas. In Niger State, Governor Umaru Bago donated 100 bags of rice and 10 cows to support NYC Corps members during their orientation. On the international front, Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has invited former U.S. President Donald Trump to visit Brazil amid rising tension over newly imposed U.S. tariff. And in business news, telecom operators 9 Mobile has officially rebranded as T2, emphasizing technology-driven and customer-focused services. And in entertainment, American-Jamaican singer Sean Kingston was sentenced to 3.5 years in Florida for a $1 million wire fraud scheme. And in sport, President Bola Tinubu mourns the passing of Alhaji Ishaku Ibrahim, the elder statesman, businessman, politician, and founder of Mighty Jet FC. Stay tuned for more gripping stories and timely updates right here on Som TV. I am Bridget James. It's been an honor having you with us tonight. From all of us in the newsroom, we wish you peace to guide you, progress to inspire you, and purpose to carry you forward. Thank you for watching and good night.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast, and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, What do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away